Paul Fritchner alongside the legend Coach Jim Calhoun, and congratulations to DePaul head coach Chris Holtmann, a 71-67 win on opening night of the Big East tournament. Coach, you came right out of the gates hot, a great start. Maybe a little bit there where you had to get your legs under you toward the end of the first half, but what a close to this game. DePaul moving on to Thursday. How did you see this one play out?
Well, listen, first of all, it's a real honor sitting next to Coach. It really is. I watched his teams for years and dreamed that I'd be as good of a defensive coach as he was, and a coach in general. Like, when you're my age, there's certain guys you watch and just have tremendous respect for. So it's great to be with Coach. I thought we played really loose. I was worried. We got a bunch of guys that had not played in this environment before. I was really worried, but I thought we came out really loose and aggressive and comfortable, and I loved seeing our aggressiveness.
What I liked during the game, and they're open at times, but when the press came.
Yeah.
And that, to me, is when the game changed.
Yeah.
And I think we both know that.
It did.
And 2-2-1 has to be attacked a sort of way.
Yep.
And you set it up 4 times with what I call it the hook route.
Yep.
And y'all's around and they're wide open.
Yeah.
And everybody says, well, Coach, you should run something that works. Well, that works. I'm seeing it from here.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the 4 guys that had your uniforms on didn't because they're kids.
Yeah.
And what you said before had as much to do with it as anything else.
Yeah.
That's a big stage.
It's a huge stage.
There are a lot of different places, but not like this.
Yeah.
And I thought the thing that happened, and I don't know where you found it, and I'm going to say something that I don't always say, but I've seen you coach at Butler, and I've seen you coach Ohio State. I know you can really coach the game. They believed in you.
Yeah,
they believed in what you did, and the play you ran to try to get that last 3 to cement it.
Yeah.
It didn't go in.
Yeah.
I lost when Don Yamamoto missed 2 foul shots.
Yeah.
He's an 89% foul shooter.
Yeah.
I did the right thing.
You did the right thing.
And you did the right thing on that play too. And for that, your team, and you can ask them, they believe in you, Coach.
Thank you. Isn't that the difference come tournament time? Like that is the difference. And I'm not saying they didn't believe in any team we've beaten, but I do think our group, we've had 2 season-ending injuries to starters. We've had a lot of adversity, and we have 2 seniors who just wouldn't let this team quit.
Yeah.
I said, hey, at DePaul, we are going to establish that we're going to have a strong backbone. Like we are not going to flinch in the face of adversity, but you got to have a group, to Coach's point, that believes in that and can do that.
When you played Georgetown successively like this, how difficult or maybe how easy is it to then just turn around and have to play them again?
Well, we knew we were going to get a different team. I thought we'd see a lot more zone, which we did.
Yep.
I didn't think Ed was going to show everything on senior day at our place, which he didn't. He's a phenomenal coach. And listen, they lost their big guy, which is a huge loss for them. But I think we knew we were going to see a different team. We knew they were going to have a different bite to them, and they did. But we match up fairly well with them, and our guys were confident.
I think, though, and this is kind of, I'm a simple coach. I do 4 or 5 things well, defense, etc. But the thing I always felt, do they believe?
Yeah.
And down the stretch, you got them.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, you don't have them.
Yes.
And the grit came out.
Yes.
And they made 2 plays that nobody's going to remember except you, me, and this guy probably.
Yeah.
Because those are the kind of plays teams that want to win and will eventually win.
And believe.
Yeah. And I'm telling you, you could bring 2 things to the court. Okay, only 2 things. Your athletic ability show. Attitude, okay, and enthusiasm.
Yeah.
And down the stretch, you had attitude.
We did.
We can win this.
Yep.
And enthusiasm.
Yeah.
A great loose ball.
Yeah.
On the floor I saw.
Yeah, it's great. That's great.
Coach, one final question for you. To hear the Garden behind DePaul like this, what do you hope? I know there are bigger goals this week. I know you're not done yet. What do you hope that this win speaks about where this program is headed?
I'm just so happy for our guys that they get to experience this environment, longer, because as Coach mentioned, it's the best postseason conference tournament in college basketball, bar none. I've been a part of the Big Ten, no offense to that, but it's the best. This tournament is the best environment. So for our guys to experience it a little while longer means a lot, and more importantly, we're playing really well right now. We've been playing well for about a month and a half. We haven't always seen the rewards, but we're playing very well. That's what's most important.
Coach, congratulations.
Thank you.
DePaul, moving on. Creighton tomorrow night, 7 o'clock.